Hello, my name is Rap. Welcome to my new video about Warframe. Today I'll go with Valkyr. I'm playing with Valkyr right now, and she's a very fun frame to play. Uh, I'll go with Tetra as my primary weapon, Detron as my secondary weapon. I'm still leveling, but it's almost at max, so it isn't the issue. Uh, my melee weapon will be the gelatine. This is a weapon that I'm having a lot of fun playing with the new changes with update 12. So I never use it melee much, but now I'm liking to use some weapons that are the gelatine, the Reaper Prime, the Hate, and the Fang Prime. Okay, let's gonna choose the mission. I'm going to do a capture, a tower 3 capture. I don't like to play much capture with Valkyr because she's have very low shields, and because I have to run after the targets and usually have lots of enemies. I don't like to do this mission with Valkyr solo, but it's for here. Like I was saying, Valkyr is to me is one of the most challenging frames you can play in Warframe. Mostly because she have very low shields. She's very unforgivable frame because you cannot make too much mistakes or you die. There is no question about it. I'm not a player like with other frames. I'm not a player from relying on hysteria. I use hysteria if I see that I'm going down. I will activate hysteria, but to protect myself. But playing with hysteria all the time, I don't like. I like to use my weapons. I like to kill with my weapons. I already said that in my other videos. I use the abilities to help me achieve that. But anyone should play the way they want. I'm only against a player that spam abilities when are playing with others, especially abilities that kill. It's because you are ruining the fun for the others, because this should be a cooperation game, and being three guys looking at one guy killing everything isn't fun. Not here, not anywhere. But this is another subject. Like I was saying, I'm playing with Valkyr right now. I'm loving it, doing survival with her. One thing it's true, you cannot make too much mistakes, or you go down very easily, especially if you are a player that target high survival. 15 minutes it's not hard, but after 20-25 with a frame with very low shields, you have to be careful, or you go down very easily. I like the changes they made in her. Now this ability is more useful. I remember when she was released, I played with her, and I didn't like this ability because it didn't do almost anything, and now it stuns and it takes down the near targets, so it's a little more useful. Another good addition was this weapon. The Tetra is a very good weapon. Uh, some players talked about this is a beginner. Well, sorry, but when I read this, I couldn't stop laughing. They say this is a beginner weapon. Well, I go to Pluto with this weapon and I don't have any issue. Of course, if you don't farm, if you don't mod, this is a beginner weapon, but all of the weapons are a beginner weapon if you don't invest in them. Because even Soma, if you don't put Forma in there, you reach to Pluto and you have a hard time to kill the enemies. Because it's the same thing. It's exactly the same thing. It's not the best. It's not the best weapon to make a comparison, but because some it's more powerful than this one. But I think it's easy to understand the point. If you don't invest in the weapon, of course the weapon it's a beginner weapon. I have this weapon at same level that my others. This one because didn't have any polarized slot. I had to form it 6 times. All mods are maxed in here, and I don't have issues in any map. So call this weapon a beginner weapon, I think it's not true. This is not one of the best weapons, but it's not one of the worst. Very few rifles are above it. I think it's only Soma, Synapse, Ogris, of course, Bursten Prime, and Gorgon and Grakata. Are Ice and Supra are the only rifles above these. All the others are lower. And I'm talking about DPS, damage per second. If you are curious to see that, go to dpsframe.com and see. There you can have an idea of the DPS of all weapons in Warframe. It's good to when you are. It's good to make up your mind and choose your next weapon. It gives you an idea, of course, that gameplay it's the most important for you to see if the weapon suits you or not, but it gives you an idea how much damage you can do with a specific weapon. Where are the guys? Oh, it's bugged. Oh my god. This is very annoying because he's here. I already dropped it. Yeah. What a fail, man. What a fail. I already had dropped it and I didn't saw. I was looking for him. Lifesteal leader. This don't facilitate with this guy, especially if you are with Valkyr. Don't make things too easy for him. I tried to take him down with my weapon, and when I saw that I had very low health, I decided to go with my ability. I don't know if you guys are seeing, but I had to disable the action GUI because when playing with Valkyr, I must have access to all the Warframe GUI because seeing your health and your shields, it's very important. It may help you not dying. Especially if you are used to play with Warframes like Rhino, Frost, Meg, that have very high shields. You can easily die with Valkyr because if you are distracted after you lose your shields, they can take your health very easily. This is one thing that I don't understand with the armor, because she have a very high armor, but her health dropped very easily, just like the other frames. It may take a little while, but it's not so, how should I say, the difference must be bigger, and it isn't. So I think maybe, I don't know if they are going to change something about it. This was already talked by other players. That's why very few players use the steel fiber, because it helps against the bleed proc. It helps. I already tested and it helps, but not for a 14 points mod. It should does a little more than it does. That's why not many players use steel fiber, but I'm hoping that that was one of the changes in the future. Because you must feel the difference between a high armor frame and a low armor frame, and at this point you don't see too much a difference. Maybe it's more easily to see when the bleed proc are active in you. You see that in Valkyr takes more time to reach the end of your health, but besides that you don't see too much of a difference. And well, okay, it's done. This is not a difficult mission. You have to be careful with Valkyr. I advise you to play with Valkyr. Valkyr is a very challenging frame. It makes you always think your actions before going Rambo thing, and it's good, it's fun. Well, I hope you had enjoyed it. Until the next video, see you around.